Mad Max is one of the most insane movies ever made. It's just like the story and themes it portrays: hardcore violence, blood, gore, and a protagonist that defines the spirit of true, raw heavy metal and the type of action that would dominate the 80s. This movie was groundbreaking when it came out and portrayed some of the darkest, most violent shades of human nature.
In the not-too-distant future, there will only be madmen and the main force patrol.
Mad Max to me feels like the physical manifestation of almost every Judas Priest record, especially the latter years. I mean, this movie can be seen as one of the first and probably most prominent to feature a main character wearing all black leather, Ray-Ban sunglasses, and a will to cause chaos like no one else. If the heavy metal genre was a movie, it would be Mad Max. A badass journey through a lawless and godforsaken wasteland about to collapse and turn into a post-apocalyptic hellhole. But what's interesting about the first movie is the fact that it takes place before society broke down. You can already see it crumbling, with outlaws running wild and corruption being everywhere, as well as a massive decay in human decency and morals.
People don't believe in heroes anymore. Well, damn them! You and me, Max. We're gonna give it back to heroes.
The only thing left standing between complete chaos and anarchy is the main force patrol, one of the very last police forces out there, and the movie wastes no time to make sure we understand what the main force patrol is: badass crime fighters ready to break bones and kill anyone who causes trouble.
More music for your eyes. More Sony Video 45s.
You'll take my life, but I'll take yours too.
Heavy metal from Iron Maiden with Trooper and Number of the Beast. Run to the Hills. And Flight of Icarus. Own your favorite videos. Sony Video 45s. Available at record or video stores. Or call to order your Video 45 today.
These guys don't fuck around at all, least of all Max. Someone needs a good ass kicking or to be stopped, you better hope that you won't face the main force patrol, and you better pray to your gods that Max won't be after you. Because once he gets going, once he decides to hunt you down or stop you, dead or alive, he'll be the end of you. This movie is also different from the action movies of the 70s and 80s in the sense that, despite being an action movie and building the character of Max really good, there is very little dialogue. It's definitely there, but a lot less than most other movies. Even during action scenes, there is no shit talking going on, no macho one-liners or over-the-top speeches. Most of the time, Max's face remains either neutral or turns into that of a demon full of rage. If you've ever played the Doom games, then you could easily imagine the Doom guy's true identity to be Max. This movie doesn't really get talked about that often, despite launching the entire franchise and being highly influential within the action genre. It's also different from the other movies in the franchise because society hasn't collapsed yet, and we see a rare glimpse into life before the fuel apocalypse and madness.
Their drums bang with vengeance. Their voices scream with power. Their guitars shatter your senses. Metal metal maniacs. Your albums arrive. Masters of Metal with Rush, Dokken, Van Halen, and Kiss. Rainbow, Crocus, and hard-rockin' Iron Maiden. Masters of Metal. It'll leave you screaming for more at a store near you.
It's also interesting to see just how different it is. Even the production isn't that high. There are a few explosions and fight scenes, but nothing bombastic. And yet, it's still extremely hardcore, and Mac's character has an incredible aura and atmosphere around him. And I think atmosphere is the right word for the entire movie because it is very atmospheric but also realistic. A lot of movies that portray a post-apocalyptic or even pre-apocalyptic world and society often feel too over the top or unbelievable. They're hard to relate because the things happening there are things that are unlikely to ever happen in reality. Mad Max is different. Here everything shown can happen and the behavior of the characters feels real, almost too real, at least in the first movie.
In a future world gone mad, there will be no law. There will be no justice. The only hope for civilization will be Max of the Main Force Patrol. You don't want to make Max mad. Mad Max, the maximum force of the future. Rated R.
Which is also one of the reasons why this movie was controversial upon its release and considered extremely violent. And it's not even the fact that there is a lot of gore here or overly bloody action. It's pretty tame compared to a lot of other movies, even from the 70s. But what makes it stand out is the way these scenes were shot. They don't hold back, showing a gang of bikers brutally assault a couple and force them to do horrible things. It shows the darkest side of humanity and shows the biggest scum of the earth has started taking over, running free. As a viewer, you feel extreme hate for these guys, which makes it even more satisfying to see Max eventually deal with all of them. I'd even say that it might feel like a completely different experience to watch this because of how drastically different it is from other Mad Max movies, especially the recent ones. It lacks the massive budget, and this isn't a popcorn spectacle either. It is pure action without any filters. The violence here, be it coming from Max or other characters, is not masked behind flashy choreography or camera work. It's dry, painful, and raw. When fate does strike Max down, he shuts off his human side and unleashes his darkness, a power full of heavy metal madness, dressed in black leather and carrying a sawed-off shotgun. When he decides to take care of that gang of bikers, it was like justice had spoken and sentenced them all to hell.
Dig into their new album, Invasion of Your Privacy, featuring the hit single Lay It Down. You know you really want to lay it down. And feast your eyes on Rat the Video, featuring Lay It Down plus 4 other Rat classics. Round and round, what comes around
satisfy your craving for Rat with their new album Invasion of Your Privacy and Rat the Video. You'll never go hungry again.